Hello everybody and welcome back to the Game King after what we'll call an extended hiatus. So excited to jump back into the groove of things with some great headlines this week, with the Metal Gear Solid movie finding its directors, Pokémon Champions launching in a let's say troubled state, and Xbox seemingly getting itself back on track. So let's not waste any time and jump straight into everything. Sony's Metal Gear Solid movie finally has some movement after nearly a decade. Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein, the duo directors behind Final Destination Bloodlines, signed a first-look deal with Sony Pictures to develop films for the studio under their new company, Wonder Lab. The deal includes the duo agreeing to direct the Metal Gear Solid adaptation. While it's probably years away if it gets off the ground, we'll be sure to keep you updated on it. In a new hero trailer titled Summit Breach, Blizzard unveiled Sierra, the 51st hero and the first African American to join the roster. As a new DPS, her main weapon will be the hiatus rifle that shoots in a spiral pattern that gains accuracy the longer it fires. Her abilities include a tracking shot, a tremor charge, and most unique of all, her anchor drone that allows you to grapple around. Her ultimate ability is Trailblazer, which has a drone drop explosives all over the enemy team. Sierra arrives with Season 2 Summit on April 14th. The new season will also bring a battle pass that seems to have a fantasy theme. Also, Jetpack Cat will be getting a panda skin, looking absolutely fantastic. Pokémon Champions, the new home for competitive battles, has launched to a mixed reception. It's really a tradition at this point. The game on Switch 2 runs at an unstable 30 FPS, with the original Switch having even worse performance. That is on top of all the buggy sluggish menus, no 6v6 battles, a lack of Pokemon and items, and general bugs like a female Gallade. For those of you that don't know, a female Ralts evolves into Gardevoir, and a male Ralts evolves into Gallade. Thus, the female Gallade is breaking the space-time continuum of the Pokemon universe. The team behind the game did release an apology and announced that fixes are coming to the game in the near future. As this is the home of competitive Pokemon going forward, I assume things will be brought up to snuff, hopefully sooner rather than later. If Pokémon Champions isn't your speed, No Man's Sky has you covered with its new update Zeno Arena. It's basically Holo Chess from Star Wars with the collecting of Pokemon. The update brings creature battling, 100 plus abilities, multiplayer arenas, alien trainers, and you can even breed creatures. Seriously, how does Hello Games keep on doing it? In other surprise announcements this week, Nintendo unveiled a new trailer for Rhythm Heaven Groove. Launching on July 2nd, the trailer shows off the slice and dice kitchen level, and that's it. Nintendo said wait for more. In a nice move though, the game will cost only $40 at launch, so I'll definitely be there day one. The III initiative returned this week with a brand new showcase. There was lots of great indie trailers, so I'll run through my highlights from the show. The creators behind 1000 Times Resist, one of my favorite video games in recent years, opened the show and unveiled their next project with Prove You're Human, a game where you must put an AI who dreams to be human in their place. You also solve captchas, so you know it's going to be great. Castlevania Belmont's Curse showed up with a new look, giving us more gameplay and a better idea of how the team is working with Konami to rebuild the franchise. And Warren Spector's Thickest Thieves is shaping up to be a really strong take on stealth, with players exploring an absolutely beautiful world while stealing artifacts when it launches on May 20th. I was a big fan of Machine Party, which basically looks like a super dark and twisted version of Mario Party that I can't wait to play with friends this summer. Other highlights include Dead as Disco, which launches into early access on May 5th, sledding game, where you chill with friends, sled, and even have snowball fights, Rift of the Necrodancer receiving an Undertale DLC pack, the reveal of Graveyard Keeper 2, which expands upon the original crafting RPG, and a new trailer for Alabaster Dawn, the new action RPG from the team behind Crosscode, which launches into early access on May 7th and looks absolutely fantastic. The final reveal of the show was Don't Starve Elsewhere, a brand new Don't Starve game with new mobs, environments, mechanics, and what looks to be elevated terrain. Overall, great show, and I hope we keep getting III initiatives in the future. Xbox is updating achievements for the first time in a long time. The animations and icons have been updated to stand out just a bit more, and after years of requests, you can now hide games from your achievement list. Users will also have the ability to highlight any games they have 100%ed. This follows recent updates since Asha Sharma took over as CEO at AdSpots, such as more groups on home, the addition of a color wheel for profiles, and the ability to disable quick resume for select titles. The hardware team says most of these updates were developed in the last couple of weeks, so it's honestly good to see a focused return to the console experience, because that's something that's felt ignored for a while now. Maybe this signals a shift back to consoles first, but only the future can tell us that. Funnily enough, PlayStation also seems to be testing a new UI on PS5, bringing PlayStation Plus, the store, the games library, and other menu options to the top in their own tabs. Definitely giving off some SMB vibes. Happy to see both consoles getting some love on the UI front, because I swear it gets ignored so much. Now, if only Nintendo would allow the Switch UI to be as creative as they make their Switch Online menu. Gonna be a sad day when we lose that Galaxy theme. And that wraps up this week of TGP. It's great to be back, and I would say it's the perfect time as gaming news starts to get hot around this season. If you don't want to miss any games industry news in the future, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. I've been your host, Brandon Alanis, and I'll see you all soon.